So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players.
Do that with nobody else.
I feel you.
If this was not LeBron James' son, the Lakers would not take the time to build with him and invest the time and the resources that they're doing if this wasn't LeBron James' son.
Yeah.
They're only doing this out of nepotism.
So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players. Bronny need to be a high school assistant basketball coach or a PE teacher somewhere. But he ain't good enough to play in no more league.
JJ Redick was caught yelling from the sidelines as the tension boiled over in real time. A G League coach eventually guided him toward the tunnel, and he walked off in the middle of the game. Around the same time, Stephen A. Smith publicly questioned whether Bronny James was ready, and then LeBron James stepped in face-to-face courtside, with cameras capturing every second. The clip didn't just trend, it exploded across the internet. Moments like this go far beyond basketball. They tap into pressure, expectation, and reality colliding all at once. Every so often, sports delivers a scene that isn't about highlights or box scores, but about raw emotion you can feel through the screen. This was one of those moments. Unfiltered tension between chasing greatness and carrying one of the heaviest last names in sports. The question everyone keeps coming back to, whether they admit it or not, is simple. Is Bronny James truly ready for this level right now? Bronny was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, a decision that immediately sparked debate. Even deep into 2025, that pick remains a constant topic of discussion, because in the public eye, it never felt like just a basketball decision. Bronny entered the league carrying something no other rookie has faced in quite the same way. He is not just a player, he represents legacy, expectation, opportunity, and the larger debate about access in professional sports. When looking strictly at the numbers, the picture has been challenging. By late 2025, Bronny had appeared in only 10 NBA games, averaging 2.1 points and 1.8 assists per game. He shot 29.6% from the field and 27.3% from three-point range. Those statistics have fueled criticism and uncomfortable conversations. The NBA offers little patience. There is no extended grace period when performance is evaluated nightly under a microscope. The conversation intensified even further when Bronny signed a 4-year, $7.9 million fully guaranteed contract, an uncommon level of security for a late second-round pick. That detail added another layer to the debate. Suddenly, the discussion was no longer just about development. It became about fairness, expectations, and whether the pressure surrounding Bronny is giving him room to grow or forcing him to navigate moments he may not yet be fully prepared to handle.
Fair, no. But life ain't fair, young people. Homie, sometimes you can work hard and not go nowhere in life. Sometimes you can do everything right, work hard.
Up in regards to the nepotism, because I don't want to hear it either, and I really appreciate and applaud you for bringing it up, because you hear people mumbling about that in the weeks and the days leading up to the draft. It is something that has permeated throughout the NBA for quite some time, okay, and on all levels, and no one has said anything. It's never been an issue that I can remember.
JJ Redick was caught yelling from the sidelines as the tension boiled over in real time. A G League coach. Most players selected that late in the draft usually end up on two-way contracts with very little security. They receive limited guarantees, short leashes, and constant pressure to prove themselves every single night. That kind of financial commitment and long-term stability, especially paired with modest early production, is extremely rare in the NBA. It simply does not happen often unless there are larger forces at play. Naturally, that reality intensified the conversation around Bronny James, and whether his last name played a significant role in opening doors. Reports soon surfaced that Rich Paul, LeBron James's longtime agent and founder of Clutch Sports, had advised teams not to draft Bronny outside of certain preferred situations. According to those reports, teams were allegedly warned that Bronny might consider playing overseas if he were selected in an unfavorable spot. Whether viewed as smart strategy or strong leverage, the outcome was clear. Bronny ultimately landed with the Lakers, aligning perfectly with LeBron's long-expressed goal of sharing the court with his son. For some fans, this felt like a powerful, full-circle family moment. For others, it appeared as though the league had subtly bent to accommodate a narrative. Then came the footage that truly ignited the internet. During a Lakers game, head coach J.J. Redick was caught on camera visibly frustrated on the sidelines. His reaction was not subtle. It was intense, emotional, and impossible to ignore. The moment reportedly followed a play where Bronny passed up an open jumper. In today's NBA, especially within a system built around the .5 rule, where players are expected to shoot, pass, or drive within half a second, hesitation can be a major issue. Redick was reportedly heard shouting, "You've got to shoot the ball," capturing just how tense the situation had become. In that game, Bronny played 10 minutes and attempted only 2 shots.
And I highlighted the fact that at that particular moment in time, he simply was not ready. I was calling out LeBron James. LeBron James never addresses that with anybody, and for some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association? He's lying when he says that I attacked his son. When he came up to me courtside at the Lakers-Knicks game, he was lying then. He threw me off guard because he said, you can't be pooping on my son.
J.J. Redick was caught yelling from the sidelines as the tension boiled over in real time. A G League coach. Bronny's freshman season at USC was, by most objective standards, underwhelming. He averaged 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game, while shooting 36.6% from the field across 25 games. For a player declaring for the NBA draft after just one college season, those numbers typically point in one direction: undrafted. That is usually how the league operates. Performance dictates opportunity, and there is little room for debate. But in Bronny's case, the situation unfolded differently, and many observers believe they understand why. After J.J. Redick's public sideline outburst, Bronny faced reporters with notable composure. He did not make excuses or shift blame. Instead, he explained that he was adjusting to playing off the ball and acknowledged the value of tough coaching. He emphasized the importance of shooting when open and being effective without dominating possession. His response came across as polished and mature. Shortly afterward, he appeared to build momentum. On November 22, 2025, while playing in the G League, he delivered one of his strongest performances of the season: 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals in a decisive win over the Santa Cruz Warriors. For a brief period, it seemed like progress was taking shape. However, that stability did not last. In December 2025, during a G League game with the South Bay Lakers, another incident surfaced. Footage showed Bronny in a heated verbal exchange with a coach, reportedly related to decision-making and what sources described as a slow start in the game. The tension escalated, and in a moment that drew widespread attention, Bronny walked off the court while the argument was—
know what he was talking about, so it threw me off. Had he came up to me and said, what the hell are you doing talking about me as a father? I would say it's because of what you were doing with your son on the basketball court for public consumption.
LeBron's public.
The only reason he's in the NBA because he's LeBron's son. Nepotism, brother. Stephen A. got the right to say that. You can't get mad at me about my opinion.
Maybe that's the real tragedy here. A young man trying to find his way in the—
earning his stripes and participating against that lesser competition and busting there, you know what, to show that he deserves to be in the NBA. Because even though people are gonna hate no matter what, the legitimacy of their arguments are gonna dissipate drastically once you continue to show out like that. Once you continue to show that you belong like you started showing last night. Congratulations to Bronny James, but keep it up. It's a marathon, baby. It ain't a—
Former players quickly joined the debate. Kwame Brown argued that Bronny's NBA opportunity exists solely because of LeBron. Chandler Parsons went even further, calling the draft selection embarrassing nepotism. Those statements carried weight, and they lingered. At that point, the conversation moved beyond missed shots or sideline confrontations. It expanded into something much larger: the nepotism debate, now firmly at the center of the discussion. The reality is that the situation has evolved into something resembling a cultural flashpoint. Critics see privilege and unfair advantage. Supporters see a father using his influence to create opportunity for his son. That perspective has gained traction. Many argue that if any parent had the ability to open doors for their child, they would do the same. In that view, LeBron is not breaking rules. He is operating within a system that has always functioned this way. Some analysts have pointed out that nepotism is hardly new to the NBA. Prominent families have shaped the league for decades. Ownership groups, front offices, and coaching staffs often include relatives of powerful figures. The Buss family has owned the Lakers since 1979. The Colangelo name has spanned multiple front offices. Coaching trees frequently include sons following fathers into the profession. Legacy and connections have long played a role in how the league operates. From that standpoint, Bronny's situation is not unique. It is simply more visible. Others have framed the issue in broader cultural terms, arguing that powerful families have historically used influence to elevate their children, and that this dynamic has rarely drawn outrage when it benefits established dynasties. In that context, LeBron helping his son is
rolling the dice. There was not enough data on it. It's like you have a cardiac arrest. It is over. We don't want this on our resume. They was not going back to perform the play. And he told me, he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest. It took me about 2.5 years to finally get back to just normalcy. Like my body, my mind, and he said when it happened to me, I was 23 years old. Bronny was 19 years old, and he's like, it's gonna take a little time, and I reason with that, but also he's doing things right now less than two.
First, to point out his imperfections on the basketball court, of course, nowhere else. But let me tell you something. He's an all-time great. He's never cheated the game. And that brother works his tail off to improve all the time. Emulate Pops to the best of your ability.
LeBron's own comments only added fuel to the fire. Before Bronny was even drafted, he boldly claimed that his son was better than half the guys on League Pass. That quote has followed the situation ever since, especially as Bronny's early performances have struggled to match that level of hype. Critics bring it up constantly, using it as proof that expectations were inflated from the start. At this point, the debate has overshadowed almost everything else. Every game Bronny plays, every missed shot, every tense sideline moment caught on camera gets pulled back into the same question. Does he truly